There's an unspoken language on cruise ships. No one teaches it, but everyone understands it. It's in the eye rolls, the deep sighs, that silent frustration when a few careless habits turn someone's dream vacation into a week of irritation. If you've ever cruised before, you already know there's always that one person, the one who somehow manages to ruin the vibe for everyone around them. Today, we're breaking down the most common cruise mistakes, the behaviors that instantly make people dislike you on board. And be honest, you've probably seen at least a few of these yourself. Let's dive in, and when we're done, I want to know what's the worst cruise behavior you've ever witnessed. Let's start with the one that gets you judged before your day even begins. The chair saver. Picture this. It's early morning. The sun is just rising. The ocean is calm, and the pool deck should be peaceful. But instead, every prime chair is already taken. Not by people, by towels, flip-flops, a random paperback book. The actual owners? Nowhere to be seen, they're still asleep, or at breakfast, or maybe even off the ship exploring. And just like that, frustration begins. Because this isn't just annoying. On many ships, it's actually against the rules. When you claim a chair and disappear for hours, you're sending a message to everyone else. My time matters more than yours. And people notice. You'll get the looks, the whispers, maybe even end up in someone's photo posted online as that person. And here's where it gets awkward. Since enforcement is inconsistent, passengers sometimes take matters into their own hands. They move your stuff, or worse, confront you, and now your relaxing vacation just turned into an uncomfortable scene. If that gets you judged, the next one gets you instantly hated. Cutting the buffet line. You've been waiting patiently, slowly moving forward. That last tray of food is right there, and suddenly someone reaches right past you. No excuse me, no eye contact, just pure entitlement. In that moment, everything changes. The atmosphere shifts. People tense up. Glances get sharper. Because on a cruise, the buffet line is more than a line. It's an unspoken agreement, and breaking it feels personal. But it gets worse. Some people go even further, tasting food with serving spoons, using their hands, dropping utensils, and putting them back. Now it's not just rude, it's disgusting. People might stay quiet at first, but eventually someone will say something, and suddenly your quiet meal turns into a public moment. Now imagine that same lack of awareness in a crowded elevator. Cruise elevators are small, busy, and always in demand, which means one thing: you either follow the rules or you annoy everyone. There are 3 types of people who get it wrong. First, the one who holds the door open. The elevator finally arrives after a long wait, but instead of letting people move, someone blocks it, calling out to their group down the hallway. What feels like a minute delays dozens of people across multiple floors. You can almost hear the collective frustration building. Then there's the one who rushes in. The doors open, and instead of letting people exit, they push inside. Now everything becomes awkward and chaotic. And finally, the one who squeezes in. The elevator is already full, no space left, but they still force their way in, making everyone uncomfortable. At that point, it's no longer about getting somewhere faster. It's about ignoring basic awareness. But annoying someone for a few seconds is one thing. Ruining their sleep? That's unforgettable. It's late at night, the ship is quiet, everyone's finally resting, and then suddenly, slam! A cabin door shuts hard enough to echo through the hallway. And then it happens again. Cruise doors are heavy, and when they're not handled properly, they create a noise that cuts through walls. You might not notice it, but the person next door does. They wake up instantly, heart racing, now unable to fall back asleep. And just like that, you've created enemies you've never even met. The next morning, no one says anything. But they know. You're the one who ruined their night. Now let's talk about something even more serious. Hygiene. You walk into the buffet, there are sinks, sanitizers, crew members reminding everyone to clean their hands. Most people take a few seconds to do it, but then someone just walks right past. No washing, no sanitizer, straight to the food. On a cruise ship, this isn't a small mistake. It's a big one, because in a shared environment with thousands of people, hygiene isn't just personal. It affects everyone. And people notice immediately. They'll avoid the utensils you touched, exchange looks, quietly judge. Even the crew notices. They may not say anything, but they remember. And in a place where small actions matter, you've already made a bad impression. Now let's talk about something that tests everyone's patience. Unsupervised kids. Cruises are amazing for families, but sometimes parents take that as a break from responsibility, and suddenly the ship turns into a playground. Kids running through hallways late at night, pressing every elevator button, entering quiet or adult-only areas. No one expects perfect behavior, but when there's no supervision at all, it becomes a problem, not just for comfort, but for safety. And here's the surprising part. Most cruise ships offer incredible kids programs, safe, supervised, fun. But when those options are ignored, the rest of the passengers end up dealing with the consequences. And then comes one of the most frustrating moments of any cruise. Sail away. The music starts, the ship horn sounds, the journey begins. It's a shared moment everyone looks forward to. But instead of enjoying it, you're stuck staring at someone's back because a group has taken over the railing and they're not moving at all. The unspoken rule is simple. Enjoy the view, then step aside. But when someone stays there for the entire time, they turn a shared experience into a personal one, and people feel it. It gets even worse when space is claimed with bags or tripods are set up like a full production. At that point, it's no longer about enjoying the moment. It's about control. And finally, one that creates instant frustration. The laundry room hog. You go down to do a quick load, but every machine is taken, not running, just finished. Clothes sitting there, owner nowhere around. On a ship with limited machines, this becomes a big issue fast, because now everyone else is stuck, waiting or deciding whether to move someone else's belongings. And either way, it creates tension. And just when you think it can't get more frustrating, some people manage to take it even further. Let's talk about one of the biggest peace killers on board, the quiet zone disruptor. You finally find that perfect escape, an adults-only area, calm, peaceful, almost silent. People are reading, relaxing, enjoying the moment, and then suddenly, a group walks in like they've entered a party. Chairs get dragged together, voices get louder, someone starts a video call, another begins telling a story at full volume, and just like that, the atmosphere is gone. These areas exist for one reason, to give people a break from the noise. When someone ignores that, it feels like they've taken something away from everyone else. You'll see people slowly packing up, moving away, giving that look, and from that moment on, you're not just another passenger, you're that loud group. Now let's talk about something simple, but surprisingly revealing, leaving your mess behind. You find a nice quiet spot to relax, but the table next to you, covered in someone else's leftovers, half-finished drinks, used napkins, food scraps sitting there like a reminder of someone else's carelessness. And the worst part, trash bins are everywhere. So when someone walks away and leaves everything behind, the message is clear. Someone else will deal with it. It's not just messy, it feels disrespectful. To the ship, to the crew, and to every other guest. And trust me, people notice. Now imagine this. A perfect sunny day. You head to the hot tub, ready to relax. But when you arrive, it's already taken. Not just occupied, taken over. The same group has been there for hours. Drinks lined up, music playing. No signs of leaving. Hot tubs are limited. And when one group claims it all day, they're not just enjoying it, they're denying everyone else the chance. People walk by, look, and leave. Because it doesn't feel like a shared space anymore. It feels like a private party. Now here's where things go from annoying to intense. The disembark chaos. The ship docks. Everyone is excited to get off and explore. At first, everything is calm, orderly. But then, someone starts pushing through, cutting ahead, weaving through people, using their bags like a shield. And suddenly, the entire mood changes. Because here's the truth. Everyone is going to the same place. Rushing doesn't make it faster. It just makes it stressful and dangerous. And the irony, it actually slows things down for everyone, including you. Now let's talk about something more personal. Balcony behavior. Your balcony is supposed to be your peaceful escape, a quiet moment with the ocean, fresh air, silence, but then your neighbor turns theirs into a stage. Loud conversations, music playing, late-night arguments, and here's what most people don't realize. Sound travels a lot. What feels private to you is clearly heard by everyone around you, and suddenly someone else's peaceful moment is gone. Now we get into something that can completely ruin the vibe. Overdrinking. For most people, a drink package adds fun to the trip, but for some, it becomes a challenge. It starts harmless, laughing, talking louder, but later, stumbling through hallways, shouting late at night, arguing with strangers. At that point, it's no longer fun. It's uncomfortable. People start avoiding you, and instead of being part of the experience, you become the story people tell later. And the crew is always watching. If things go too far, they will step in. And the consequences? Serious. But none of these compare to the final mistake, the one that defines everything. Disrespecting the crew. These are the people who make your entire vacation possible. They remember your name, your preferences. They go out of their way to make everything smooth. And yet, there's always someone who treats them poorly, snapping fingers, giving orders, speaking without respect. And when that happens, everyone notices, because it says a lot about a person. And here's something most people don't realize. The crew talks. Word spreads quickly, and while they will always stay professional, that extra effort, that warmth, that disappears. And in serious cases, security gets involved. And there you have it. The fastest ways to ruin not just your cruise, but everyone else's experience too. Now I want to hear from you. What's the worst behavior you've seen on a cruise? Drop it in the comments. I'm genuinely curious. If this helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the other videos on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your trip, respect the space, and always be kind to the crew.